Hi, TikTok friends. I'm back with my week 4, day 1 update on my health journey as aided by a GLP-1 medication, among other things, to improve my overall health over the age of 40. So if you've watched my other videos, you know that just over 3 weeks ago, I started on a GLP-1 medication. In my case, it's Zepbound. And also have had a change to my blood pressure medication because I was in a hypertensive crisis sort of in the middle toward the end of April. And my medical team, my nephrologist, my kidney doctor who treats my resistant hypertension, and my primary care provider both suggested that a GLP-1 medication, in addition to making some adjustments to my blood pressure meds, might be the best next step for me to prevent going further into a hypertensive crisis when my blood pressure was sky high and not controlled by traditional medication. So, if you watched my video from yesterday, you know that I went to the nephrologist and it's all good things. Had a medication adjustment. I'm down from 4 to 3 different medicines, and they seem to be the right doses for me. And so that's improved my blood pressure a lot, but also the GLP-1 has had a major impact on helping me reduce inflammation, water weight, and probably fat loss as well, that has contributed to really some significant improvement in my blood pressure and my overall health. So great updates. Went to my primary care physician yesterday, so 2 back-to-back days of having doctor office visits at the end of the day. And my primary care physician was impressed with the change in the number on the scale. Now, he also acknowledged that some of this is probably due to inflammation and water weight. Some of my blood pressure medication are diuretic in nature, so that's going to cause you to flush out excess water weight in addition to the GLP-1. So the combination of the two really seem to be doing a really good job of helping me change course on this sort of negative downward health trajectory that I seem to be on during the month of April in particular, but really stemming back a few years, especially over the age of 40. So the scale is not the most important thing, and I want to continue to reiterate that. There's a lot of negativity online and reluctance around GLP-1 medications. So everybody's heard Ozempic, and everybody has heard people talk about celebrities with Ozempic face. And people are aware of some of these other medications that fall under this class of GLP-1 medications, which include, but are not limited to, Ozempic, Wegovy, Mounjaro, and Zepbound. And there's a lot of, misinformation about what these medications are for. And, some people think of them simply as weight loss medications, and that is a way oversimplification. The weight that people are losing on these medications is a symptom of a more complex condition than simply being overweight or obese due to lifestyle choices. And that's really important for me to clarify for people who are watching my videos and might have some preconceived notions about GLP-1 medications. I want to make it perfectly clear that for me, I did not enjoy being an overweight person for much of my adult life. However, I was not thinking that I was going to go on one of these medications simply to lose weight. I'm a person with a gym membership that uses it fairly regularly. I'm an active person. I like to go hiking and camping and things of that nature. I'm not a sedentary person. And so it's really important for me to clarify people who criticize and say, just exercise more or just eat less, don't understand that most of the people on these medications are actually treating a metabolic dysfunction in their system. Essentially, they're genetically predisposed for their bodies to fight their efforts to get to a healthier weight. Stasis, in terms of baseline weight for people with metabolic conditions similar to my own, is always going to be higher than what the medical journals say is healthy for someone of a particular height and frame. So before you, if you're one of those people who's questioning the validity of people taking these medications for this purpose, criticize someone or, make fun of someone or demean someone for using these medications for what you consider weight loss purposes. Understand again that there is a complex disease process happening underneath the surface, that doctors, by and large, are not prescribing these meds to people who don't need them. And insurance companies are largely not approving the use of these meds for people who don't need them. In fact, a lot of people are telling stories about insurance companies that are not approving them when they really do need them. So it's really important for people to understand that. My doctors were really pleased with the number on the scale, but they were pleased with that reduction in weight, not because they just want me to look better. My doctors don't care what I look like, and they're not really going to sympathize much if that was my primary driving factor behind wanting to improve my health. Instead, my doctors care about the number on the scale because it's indicating an improvement. It's indicating treatment is working for the underlying condition, which causes my body to fight natural efforts to keep a healthier weight. There's a dysfunction, and these meds treat that dysfunction. So I just wanted to keep that in mind before I go too deep into the numbers on the scale. When I started on this journey, my top weight, in April was 260 pounds and change. Today and yesterday, I weighed in at 242 and change. So that's an overall 18-pound reduction in weight. Again, recognizing that some of that is water weight and inflammation and not just fat loss. This isn't really a typical result. Not everybody who starts on this medication responds in the first month, and many people who do respond don't respond to that degree. I also don't expect to continue to lose weight at that pace because that really probably wouldn't be a healthy thing to do in the long run. Gradual healthy weight loss is more healthy. So I'm going to keep my eye not on the scale, but I'm going to keep my eye on the continued improved health, which includes blood labs that are looking much better this week when I reviewed them with my doctor than they did 3 weeks ago. And blood pressure that is tremendously better than it was 3, 4, 5 weeks ago. And so for me, that shows me that this medication is doing what it's supposed to do, which is treating the underlying condition. And the symptoms are improving. And I'm really happy about it. So what else is happening? Well, my doctor said it's time to titrate up. I started on the 2.5 milligram dosage of my medication, and the next step is to move up to 5, because 2.5 is really just intended to be a loading dose, a starting dose, to get your body used to this medication and to determine whether or not you can tolerate any side effects. My side effects have been minimal. So my doctor is saying, hey, let's go up to the next level, to 5 milligrams, and see how that goes. So I'm debating whether or not I want to do that. There isn't certainty whether or not my pharmacy can even get the 5 milligram dosage. So I may be staying on 2.5 until I can get my hands on a 5 milligram dosage. But it's a positive sign for me that my doctor feels like I'm tolerating this medication really well, having really good outcomes, and can continue to a therapeutic dose by moving up that's intended to be more of a longer term dosage level to help me continue on this journey. So things are going really great, and I'm still feeling really positive about it, but in particular, I feel like the blood pressure change is the biggest win. The loss of weight is great. The clothes fitting more comfortably, being able to tighten my belt, not feeling as sluggish, all of those things are wonderful. And I'm not really seeing a change in my body when I look in the mirror at this point, but I'm feeling it. And the reduction in the blood pressure is the number one thing that makes me believe that I am on the right track here. So I'll continue to keep you posted and continue to share my thoughts and experiences on this medication, among other things, to keep you entertained on my channel. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll talk to you all soon.